tutorial vid, and this vid is going to hopefully help you guys sync clips properly to the beat of your song. And I'll be using a method that I haven't seen anyone else use before, so this might be new. You might already know about this method, but again, I haven't really seen anyone make a tutorial on this, so hopefully it helps. So first off, you're going to want to start as basic as like you do with other syncing. So you want to get your clip and your songs. Don't worry about this one. I'll actually show you how to get this in a little second. So you're going to have these two right here. So first off, you're going to take your song and you want to put on this icon to make a new comp. That way it adjusts exactly the song length. And then usually what people would do from here is they would click double L on the keyboard. They would see all the different wavelengths and they would kind of just take the little thing and put it on the peaks and whatever, listen to it. That's fine, that works, but there is definitely an easier way to do this, and I'll be showing you how to do that exactly. However, if you just play the song right now, so I'll be using the same song from my last montage, and as you can probably hear, you can basically hear the kicks and the bass drops, so you can decide which one you want to use. I'll be using probably the bass drops because I just like it when I put in the bass, because I turn my gunshots into bass shots, so it just kind of amplifies it a little bit more. This song is pretty easy to do it just by going off of the waveform. However, some certain songs are pretty hard to do it, and this method will work on basically all songs, so you make sure you have exactly the right sync points. So first off, what you want to do is, before you even put any markers, you want to just right click on the song, go to Keyframe Assistant, go to Convert Audio to Keyframes. Alright, it's going to open up this layer. You can click on the little arrow down here, go down to Effects, left channel, delete, right channel, delete, and then both channels, you're going to click on the slider. It's going to highlight everything, go to Graph Editor, and it's going to show you all these little points. If you want to just zoom in a little bit so you can see what's happening. So these points right here are the kicks, and the ones on the bottom are the bass drops. However, the bass drops here aren't really showing. So if I go and round preview it, like you could see the bass kind of happen somewhere over here, right? So it's kind of hard to look at it properly. So what I found is, if you have an app that kind of edits audio, you can try using something like Audacity. So what Audacity is, it's a free app. You go on Google. I'll put the link in the description down below, and all you want to do is pretty simple. So you want to open up your original files. You're going to go to the desktop. Where did I put it? Is it this one? Let me see. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah. So you want to click open this, and then you want to take this and you're going to highlight everything here. Okay. This is just an extra step. You don't have to do this, but this definitely helps. So you're going to go to Effects, click Normalize, click OK. That's just going to normalize all the audio, and then you're going to go back to Effect. Just keep it highlighted, don't unhighlight it. Go back to Effects, sorry. Back to Effects, click down, and you want to go to these two filters. So the two I use the most for this is going to be low pass filter and high pass filter. Basically what high pass filter does, it basically shows all of the kicks in it, so like the kicks and the drums and whatnot, and then low pass basically shows all the like bass drops, and I'll show you an example of what that is. So if I click on the high pass and I just click OK, don't touch anything, just keep clicking OK, you see the graph changes a little bit, and then if I press play, you can see how like the kicks are pretty much amplified. Now if I click Ctrl Z to undo that, go back to Effects and a little low pass filter, again don't click anything, click OK. The graph pretty much changed a little bit. You can see it's a little bit different here, and you press play again. See, you can see how these are now the bass drops. So once you have your file, all you want to do is you're going to click this, you're going to go to Export as MP3, and then you're going to pick where you want to do it. I've already done it, but you're going to click change it to whatever you want and click save in the folder you wanted. So that was just this example. I can close this now, not to save. So once you have that file, you're going to go to your desktop, and I'm just going to open up the file I had from before. So I'm going to bass boosted. It's not bass boosted, but I just called it that because I know what it is. So now you're going to take this file and you're going to put it underneath the comp. So now you have two of the exact same song, except this one sounds a bit different. So what you're going to do is exactly what we did before, except you want to mute this one so it doesn't affect the audio. So you're going to go right click, you're going to go keyframe assistant, audio to keyframes, and same thing as before. We're going to go to effects, we're going to go to left channel delete, right channel delete, and then both channels, click the slider, click graph editor, and as you can see now, the graph looks pretty much the same, but it's a lot more apparent on where the beats are. So now what we're going to do is every time you see a beat, you don't even have to play the audio because you know for a fact it's going to be like right there. So that's a beat. This first one's going to be a beat. You could do this first one as well, but I like doing this middle right here just to kind of make it so it's like in the beat rather than just before the beat. And then you just keep repeating this process over and over again. So yeah, I'll just repeat the process and I'll come back to you guys once I have a few of them done. Okay guys, so now once you have all your peaks audio, what you could do is actually just ramp preview it. So you're gonna go click 0 on your numpad, and then as you can see when it plays on, it goes on the beats. So now that you have everything marked, and the way you mark it is actually you just click on this little button over here, and it'll, whatever your playback thingy is, it'll just go on the beat right there. So yeah, so that's how you do that. And now, so that part's synced. So now we have our beat synced to the song exactly, and you can just mute this and then go back to original audio. And since it's the same exact audio, it'll be synced now. So what you want to do now for the final part is take your clip, and I'm gonna put it right there, and then you're gonna basically want to mute this again just so it doesn't affect anything, and you're gonna want to also mute the clip, and you're just gonna want to click Control-Alt-T to time remap, and then find all the positions where you want the clip to start. So this guy starts shooting right about there, so I'm gonna just Control-Shift-D to split the clip. Go over here, press U to see the things. Now this keyframe, you don't want to move it, because if you move it, it'll affect the clip. What we do is put a little keyframe over there. Now you can delete it, because basically this indicates now that this is a new beginning and not that one. So now you could go back to the place where I wanted, go over here. Now I have the clip with the shots, so now I have to find the shots exactly, and I prefer to do it right where he hits the hit marker. And sometimes it's kind of hard to do it just by moving. So what I do, I like to just take this this preview section over here on the top right and go one frame by frame until I see the red crosshair. See? So there it's gone, there it is. So I go on the red crosshair, click the keyframe again, and I just keep doing this until I find all the shots. So right there is when he shot, and then the red crosshair should appear right there. Boom. One more time, and I believe this has 3 kills in the clip, so I'm just doing it one more time. It should be good. And boom. Right, right there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is after this, figure out where you want to finish, and I'll finish right there because I know this clip, that's where it ends. So it's gonna hit Control-Shift-D again to split the clip, and then delete the other part. Put a keyframe right at the end of this clip, and delete this one if you want. You keep it, doesn't really matter. So now that you have everything synced, what you're going to do is you want to take your little play button area, click B on your keypad, and that's going to basically take this whole preview area and shorten it down so that you're not ramp previewing the whole thing. You're just doing this section, and then you're going to go over here, and then you're going to click N on this one. So beginning and end. So B for beginning and N for end, and that's what's this. So right now if I press O, it's only going to show this part rather than the whole thing. So obviously that's not synced. I have the audio off, and all we're going to do right now is we're going to adjust the audio. So we're going to go over here, we're going to hold down Shift and bring it to the first marker on our thing, which is right here, and we're going to take the keyframe and then Shift again to lock it. Same thing over here, Shift again to lock it, and then one more time, hold down Shift again to lock it, and then over here, I like to always do it in beat, so I end the clip on the beat as well. So Shift to clip, boom, Control-Shift-D, delete, and then right there. So now, if we ramp preview, it should be on beat. However, we turn off the audio, so I'll just turn the audio on just to actually see what it's going to sound like. And right there.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god.
So as you can see, it's on beat now. However, it's not really synced. It doesn't have flow because we didn't do anything to the actual keyframes. So you're gonna highlight all of them, click F9 on your keypad, go to the graph editor. It's gonna give you this kind of graph. Click this button down here to basically maximize the whole graph. And all you're going to do is you're going to want to adjust these in a kind of like this pattern. Depends on what kind of clip it is, you can adjust it the size and length of this. However, I kind of do it in this formation, as a lot of other people do. This generally seems to be the graph that most people use because of how smooth it is, and it just kind of shows how you're going to have fast on the shot, slows down, fast on the shot, slows down, fast on the shot, and then so on and so on. So yeah, I'm just going to do this one over here. And then always you can adjust it, so just click 0 on the numpad to RAM preview that.
I've got that inside me, son of a god. I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god.
And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And this process, you're going to want to repeat it for basically every clip you have. And if the song is longer, you're going to obviously want to put the audio amplitude keyframes across everything, and you just want to keep using the method over and over again. So I hope this video helps. If you do have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. If you guys want a tutorial on something else you've seen in my vids, I know some people do want a glow tutorial on how to react stuff to audio. I can show you how to do that as well. But yeah, if you did like, just please drop a like down below, comment, and maybe consider subbing. It is free. And without further ado, I hope you all enjoy this, and let me know if you guys want to see more tutorial vids. Peace.